Good morning to one and all. Genetics is a part of science which deals with the study of heredity and variation. So, in today's class, we will start with a new chapter in biology, ninth chapter, heredity and evolution. So, as we told, genetics is a branch of science which deals with the study of heredity and evolution. Or we can say it deals with the study of heredity and variation. So, we need to first understand the terms what is heredity, what is variation and what is heredity and evolution. What is heredity? So, transmission of characters from one generation to another, or what I can say, heredity is transmission of or transferring of characteristics or traits from parent to offspring. I use the word here parent to offspring. The another word what we can say here is, instead of offspring, the another word we can use as progeny. So what is heredity? Transferring of the characters from a parent to a progeny or a parent to a offspring is called as heredity. Now, we have got so many characteristics or traits from our parents. So what is that now? Color of our skin, color of our hair, our height, right? So these all are the characteristics or the traits which we have got from our parents. That is, we have got some from our mother, some from our father, etc. That is, sometimes we can also get that from our grandfather, grandmother. So these are the characteristics because our father might have got that characteristics from his father. So in turn, we are getting some of those characteristics, right? So we will be understanding in depth about how these characteristics or traits will flow from or will transfer from one generation to another. Now, one best example to understand this heredity very clearly is, you have siblings at home, right? So if you compare the color of your hair, one sibling has a brown hair and another sibling has a black hair, or I can say one sibling has a straight hair, another sibling has a curly hair. Another, if I talk about height, one sibling is very tall and another sibling is of average, moderate, or one sibling has a very tall and another sibling has a moderate height. So these are the characteristics what we get from our parents. How do these characteristics flow? Why aren't the characteristics same? Like in our home, if I have two siblings, why two siblings have different characteristics? Why not we have a same height? Why not we have a same color? Right? How do these characters change? We study in depth about this chapter. So, heredity is a transmission of characteristics or traits from parents to offspring. So, when we talk about heredity, we also talk about variation. Heredity and variation go hand in hand. So, how heredity brings about change and variation in one individual. Now, we all are human beings, but we all look different from each other, right? So, we have a long face or we have a curly hair. In that terms what we identify, we have a long nose, one has a very short nose, one have very small eyes. So these are different, just example how we differentiate one person to another person. Now one best example in variation if I can tell you about is free earlobe and attached earlobe. For example, if this is your face and this is your ear, right? So some of you will have, this is called as a free earlobe. We have a free earlobe and otherwise you have a attached earlobe, right? So now your work is observe each and every individual around you from today. See that whether the individual have a attached earlobe or an individual have a free earlobe. Now this does not come with a heredity. This is a variation which brings about a change in an individual. So how do we define a variation? We define variation as change in the individual species, or in definition if I have to give you, the difference in characteristics between between parents and offspring. Difference in characteristics between parents and offspring means how we look different from each other. How one species look different from each other is nothing but variation. To understand variation much in depth, let us first understand there are two types of variation. One is somatic variation and another is gammatic variation, or we also call that as a germinal variation. Now what is somatic variation? Somatic variation takes place in the somatic cells, that is, it takes place in the body. Right? So, what will happen in this somatic variation? Somatic variation are the variation which will happen gradually as the individual grows. Or suppose one individual gradually in his lifetime he experiences many new things. He comes across various people, he comes across various activities, he will learn new things in his lifetime. That means he will acquire those traits in his experiences. What do you mean by acquiring a trait? Acquiring a trait is when a child is born, he does not have so many abilities. He has to learn them. He has to learn how to talk to people, how to address people, how to greet people, right? That we are taught. We learn that. We do not get that from our parents. Now this is what we have to understand. What do we get from our parents and what do we do not get from our parents? Now in basic terms, if I have to tell you, now heredity are the characteristics what we get from our offspring. That is, for example, if I say color of the hair, we get from our parents, right? Whether my hair is straight or curly, that also I get from my parents. Height, I get from my parents. Color of my skin, we get that from our parents. Now, what we do not get from our parents? I have to learn a two-wheeler. My father did not know how to drive a two-wheeler. Okay, my mother did not know how to drive a two-wheeler. So that will not pass on to me because I learn in my lifetime how to drive a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler, right? My mother did not know how to play basketball, but I learned in my lifetime how to play a basketball because I was trained under a trainer. Are you getting my point? What I am trying to tell here is, right? My mother was not an athlete or my father was not an athlete, but I am a very good athlete. Why? Because I have learned that in my lifetime. I have learned how to write. I have learned how to talk to people. One more best thing is, my parents did not know how to speak French, right? But I know how to speak French. Now the French language what I have learned, I did not get from my parents. How did I get that? I got that by learning, by new experiences in my lifetime, right? So this brings about variation. So somatic variation takes place in the body. It is the acquired trait. It is the acquired characteristics what we receive during our lifetime. That is called as acquired trait. It is not inherited nor transmitted. That means somatic variation traits are not transmitted from my parents to the offspring. That is what I receive it from my surrounding. Now for example, my parents, like from ears together, we pierce ear. That is nothing but what actual word for that known is boring of a pinna what we say. We pierce it, right? That means my mother had pierced it, my father also had pierced it. That means I am not born with a pierced ear. Am I right? I had to do that afterwards, right? So now for example, we cut a tail of the dog. That means the offspring will also not be born with the tail cut. The offspring will have a tail, but the tail was cut for the dog in the lifetime. Are you getting the point? What I am trying to explain here is, acquired trait are the trait what we get it in our lifetime activities as and when we proceed. They are not inherited, not transmitted. They are learned activities, what we learn. I learn to sit disciplined in the class. I do not get that from my parents. Of course, they teach me how do I have to maintain discipline or how do I have to respect or talk to others. I learn that from my surroundings. I learn that from my parents because they teach me. It is not inherited, right? It is acquired. So these are somatic variations happening in our body. Now, gametic variations. Gametic variations takes place in the germ cell, that is nothing but gametes or reproductive cells. You study much in detail about gametes in your How Do Organism Reproduce chapter. These are inherited traits. Now, gametic variations are inherited traits, means they are transferred from parents to offspring. So one basic thing what we have to understand here is inherited traits are the traits which are transferred from parents to offspring. That is again same thing. So color of your skin, color of your hair, your eyes, your height, all this will come under gametic variation. So they are inherited traits. They are transferred from parents to offspring. Wherein these are not inherited traits. So in a lifetime, for example, for years together, you go on cutting the tail of a rat, right? For 10 years, you go on cutting the tail of a rat. That means the 11th year when the rat is born, it will be still born with a tail. Because the tail is an inherited trait of a rat, right? You are cutting that because that is the acquired. In the lifetime you are doing that, right? So this is about variation. Difference in characteristics between our parents and offspring. How one individual is different from other, which brings about a difference in individual, is known as variation, where we bifurcate that in terms of somatic variation and gametic variation. Now, accumulation of variation during reproduction. Now, how variation is so much important in reproduction, we should know. We all know that there are two types of reproduction, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. You will study about sexual and asexual reproduction in detail in your How Do Organisms Reproduce in that chapter. Now, asexual reproduction and in sexual reproduction, variation plays a very important role, or I can say variations are very less or very fewer what we find in asexual reproduction, because copying of a DNA, copying or the mutation of a DNA is very few than sexual reproduction. Now, what is DNA? DNA is a self-replicating material which is present in all living organisms as the main constituent of a chromosome. We will be studying about all the terminologies of the heredity chapter, like what is DNA, what is gene, what is progeny, some more terminologies in our next part. Because before we understand the chapter, we need to first understand the terminologies. Without we understanding the terminologies, we cannot proceed further, or nor we cannot understand this chapter. Because in whole of the chapter, I will be using the terms as traits, variation, inherited, acquired, gene, DNA, allele, progeny. So you all have to know these terms and technologies first, and then we will be proceeding. So I repeat, what is DNA? So DNA is a self-replicating material present in all living organisms in the as a main constituent of chromosome, right? So there is very less, or what you can say, variation which is found in the asexual reproduction. But in sexual reproduction, we find lot many changes in the variation. That is what we understood here. But variation also brings about change in organism. And why variation is important? Because now, for example, if I take an example of a bacteria is able to survive in a particular condition, right? We say survival of the fittest. If the climatic condition is very hot or very cold, then a particular bacteria will not survive. That means the extent or the presence of bacteria will be zero after some time, because a particular set of bacteria cannot be adjusting to a particular temperature. Now, what has brought to the variation? variation has brought about change in the living organism, as we already told. So what will happen in bacteria here? Bacteria will start adapting to the new environment. Suppose if a particular bacteria is not able to survive in a particular condition, that bacteria will die. But there are still other bacteria in that particular region which can bear the particular temperature, right? That means the population of bacteria will not become zero because they are trying to adapt to the new environment. That is why we say variation brings about change in reproduction brings about change in variation. It tries to adapt to new environment. So variation is very important in terms of reproduction because it brings about changes and makes the organism to survive in that particular condition. So this was the brief introduction about genetics. What is genetics we understood, what is heredity, variation. One main thing I forgot to inform you that Gregor John Mendel is called as father of genetics. Why he is called as father of genetics? Because he has done so many inventions in genetics which made us, he gave a clear picture about what is trait, how are the traits transferred from one generation to another. That we discussed, right? If we have siblings, why not we both have same height, same color, right? Why is the difference in that? He gave a better and better examples to understand these concepts. We understood variation. Evolution is the next part of the lesson. But what is evolution? So evolution is change in the organism, or in simple terms if I have to define, change in the organism from simple to complex. We will discuss about evolution in the second part of this lesson. Now, let us understand, before we proceed further, let us first understand some terminologies of this lesson. As I had told, what is DNA, what is gene, what is allele, etc. So, these are few important terms which are used in heredity. DNA, which we just now understood that it is a self-replicating material present in all living organisms. It is the main carrier of genetic information. We'll see that in detail. Gene, allele, dominant allele, recessive allele, genotype, phenotype, hybrid, monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, homozygous, heterozygous, progeny and gametes. We need to understand these terms better because in the whole chapter we are going to deal with all these terms. We are going to say dominant allele, recessive allele, phenotype, genotype, etc. Until we don't understand what are these terminologies, we will not understand the chapter better. We will be dealing with these terms in our tomorrow's session. So in today's session, what we have learned about heredity, variation, types of variation, why variation is important, and about these terms in tomorrow's class. Any doubt in today's class what we have done, you can call on the same day of the video set. Thank you.